nuclear chain reaction. Solid matter began to come apart, releasing untold quantities of energy.
From 1945, the U.S. military shot this footage right after the atomic blast that ultimately killed about 140,000 people. President Obama will make an historic visit to the city tomorrow. He'll be the first sitting U.S. president to ever travel to Hiroshima since World War II. He's expected to highlight the catastrophic dangers of nuclear warfare. Obama is in Japan for the G7 summit of world leaders.
Exploded over the city of Nagasaki, secretly coded Fat Man changed Japan in ways that were irreparable. It was the second and the last atomic bomb detonator that our world has seen. The bombing surely put an end to World War II, but it left everyone with a question. Our next report has more on this. Take a look.
It is the 9th of August, 1945. World War II is nearing its 6-year mark, and Japan looks defeated. The war had suddenly turned nuclear just 3 days ago. Hiroshima was left devastated after the United States dropped a nuclear bomb on the city. Tokyo was assessing the damage it left behind, but leaders were not ready to surrender. And the United States knew this, so it made another bomb, the Fat Man. It was intended for the city of Kokura. But on the day of execution, it was too cloudy, so the plane moved forward 200 kilometers above Nagasaki. It was a port town, contributing greatly to the Japanese war efforts. The visibility was still low, but fearing a low fuel situation, the American soldiers
minute.
До взрыва осталось 10 секунд. До взрыва осталось 5 секунд. 3 секунды, 2 секунды, 1 секунда.
Thousands of tons of water, mud and sand blackened the gigantic fireball. Like a huge boiling cauldron, the cloud billowed upwards to a height of 10,000 feet within 2 minutes. Rear Admiral Torles, who was in command of the operation, and Dr. Penny turned to watch the great cloud after its initial blinding flash was over. Somewhere out there, the ship carrying the weapon had been vaporized. Smoke rose higher and higher, the strong wind twisting and sprawling it until it was a mile wide at its center and about 2.5 miles high. To Dr. Penny and his team, great credit is due for this mighty British achievement. The spectacular success of the operation furthers our hopes of peace, for it seems that by the possession of such deadly weapons, peace can be maintained in this troubled world.
Castle Bravo is important in the escalation of global concern and protest over nuclear testing, regardless of where it was happening, because everything at Castle Bravo is happening on a scale that is exponentially larger, because these are hydrogen bombs. The scale of these explosions is gigantic, and the unanticipated consequences were much bigger than anything that had happened before.
The top of the fireball at this time.
le tir qui a été fait, le champignon était énorme.